Alright guys, yeah, I'm back and this is my topical video today. And today I am talking about what wrestler will become a main event star in the next 5 to 10 years in the WWE. Now, as a professional wrestling fan, if you're a professional wrestling fan or a sports fan or anything like that, you always have two people on, a bunch of people who you want to, a bunch of people on that team, or a bunch of wrestlers who you want to see progress to the main event scene or to progress higher in their sports. And today I've come up with 6 wrestlers who I think could be future stars in the WWE in the next 5 to 10 years. I think these 6 guys I've picked, I think a few of them could be megastars. Some of them could be just main event guys, some of them could just be megastars. But I've narrowed it down to 6. I would like to see, in the comment section below, I'd like to have your thoughts on this in the comments. But yeah, who do you guys think will be a main eventer in the next 5 to 10 years? So at number 6 we have Luke Harper. Now Luke Harper is a big guy, and you're probably thinking, why have you said Luke Harper? Well, Luke Harper is a big guy, and I've been really impressed with Luke Harper. He's had 2 fantastic matches with John Cena. He had 2 fantastic matches with John Cena this year. The one he had with him on Raw last week, and the one he had on SmackDown a couple weeks ago was fantastic. Also, he's had some great matches with Daniel Bryan, and Luke Harper is one of those wrestlers I see that the WWE have is a big guy, but he can fly around the ring. He kind of reminds me like a Kevin Steen, Bray Wyatt, Samoa Joe kind of thing, because he is a big guy and he can fly around the ring. I mean, he can do like suicide dives and stuff like that. He isn't a good mic worker, but you can improve on that and maybe give him a manager give him a manager. But I see some huge potential with Luke Harper, and it'd be a shame to waste his potential in the WWE. And I think he needs to really needs to be in the Money Event ladder match, because he is a really fantastic wrestler, a very underrated wrestler in the WWE right now. But I see him being a future world champion. I'd like to see him have a feud with Sheamus or something for the US title. That'd be something good. But I see Luke Harper being a future main eventer for the WWE in the next 5 to 10 years, because this guy has a ton of potential in my opinion. Only thing what he lacks is just mic skills, like I said. But yeah, Luke Harper has a ton of potential. At number 5 we have Cody Rhodes. Now Cody Rhodes, I've been a huge fan of Cody Rhodes for numbers of years. He can be a great heel, and he can be a great babyface. I do like Cody Rhodes as a heel myself. He had a great heel run in 2011, 2012 when he was feuding with guys like Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, the Big Show, I think Ted DiBiase. 2011, 2012 was a fantastic year for Cody Rhodes as a heel. He was really getting over. The crowd was booing him like hell, and he was cutting some great dark promos. And I was I've always been a Cody Rhodes fan, but I really got invested. I got to become a big Cody Rhodes fan back in 2012, because that's when he was doing his best work. Also, he's a pretty good. He's a decent. He's done a decent job as being a babyface, but I think he's way better as a heel than he is as a babyface. So yeah, I think Cody Rhodes could be a main event star. I would like to see Cody Rhodes win Money in the Bank this year, because he has so much potential. And he's still young. I think he's 29, maybe 30. I don't really know, but he is still young yet, and I would like to see him win Money in the Bank this year. I hope he does, and hopefully he wins the WWE World Title. I hope he does. But at number 4 we have Bad News Barrett. Now, Bad News Barrett has been around in the WWE for a couple of years now. He was in the Nexus, he was in the Core, he was a single, then he went out on his own, then he had a feud with Randy Orton, and then he kept getting injured. But I think this year, this could really elevate way better if Bad News Barrett stays healthy this year and he doesn't get injured. I see him getting a huge push to the main event scene this year, and I hope that he stays in the main event scene, because that Barrett is a fantastic talent. I don't know, this is a guy that I think WWE should have in the main event scene for the next 5 to 10 years, because he is a very good, talented wrestler. His mic skills are just perfect. His gimmick right now is fitting in very well, and I think if he was a babyface, that Barrett gimmick would be very good, because if you did it on a heel, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. If you said that on a heel, that would get like a huge pop, and Wade Barrett has been getting some huge pops. So yeah, at number 4 we have Bad News Barrett. At number 3, I have Dean Ambrose. Now, Dean Ambrose is one of my favourite members of the Shield. I don't have to keep telling you guys that, because you already guys know that. But Dean Ambrose is one of my favourite Shield members. He is a good in-ring wrestler. His mic work is very good, and I see that guy going up. I see him having some great feuds with guys, maybe with guys like John Cena, Randy Orton. Just guys like that, because I think if he had some great feuds with guys like that, I see he could be. I think Dean Ambrose could be a big time player for the WWE in the next 5 to 10 years. He has great mind skills. He's still young, and I like him as a heel. I don't like him as a babyface that much, but I do like him as a heel, and I'm a big fan of Dean Ambrose. So at number 3 we have Dean Ambrose. At number 2, we have Roman Reigns. Now, Roman Reigns is a fantastic. Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. I won't say he's a bad wrestler, but he's a good wrestler. And I see this guy getting pushed to the fucking moon. Not just because he's related to The Rock, and he's not just because he's related to The Rock, but he's got that look that the WWE like, the big guy look, the jacked muscles. We know how much Vince McMahon loves the jacked up bodybuilder type wrestlers, and we know that he's going to get a big push one day, and he is a talented wrestler. And I know a lot of people say, oh, he only has 3 moves: the Superman punch, the spear, and the dropkick. I know WWE have only given 3 moves, but but in FCW and in NXT, he has some more wrestling moves, and it's just WWE watering him down, toning down his in-ring work, so he cannot have all them moves. I mean, I hate when WWE do that, like take away the wrestlers' moves, like just only give them 3 moves. Like, that's the total bullshit right there. But I see Roman Reigns going places in WWE. Hopefully he gets a big push, and I see him being a big main event star for the WWE. Only one thing that really needs improving with Roman Reigns is his mic skills. His mic skills are not that very good, but they can get worked on. I think they should give him a manager. So yeah. At number 1 we have Bray Wyatt, the leader of the Wyatt family. Now, Bray Wyatt to me ticks all the boxes to be a main event star in the WWE. He's got great mic skills. His character kind of reminds me of Jake the Snake Roberts Bray Wyatt's gimmick reminds me of Jake the Snake Roberts' gimmick when he was that back in the day when he used to cut those creepy ass promos and stuff. And because when I know I didn't watch wrestling in the New Generation era, but I still go back and watch old New Generation stuff, and I still watch Jake the Snake Roberts' promos, and they were fantastic then. And Bray Wyatt's promos remind me of Jake the Snake Roberts' promos. They're kind of similar, how creepy and dark and mysterious they are. And this guy, his acting is fantastic, his in-ring work is fantastic. Like I said about Luke Harper earlier, he can fly around. Bray Wyatt can fly around the ring. Like for a guy his size. I mean, Bray Wyatt reminds me of Samoa Joe, Kevin Steen, kind of those 2 guys, because they fly around the ring like that, and he flies around the ring very well. Also, he's a good wrestler, and I think he could be a good babyface for the WWE. I don't know if I see him. I hope that this year, maybe, or next year, Bray Wyatt does have hopefully he has a run with the WWE World Title. We'll have to wait to see though. So that's the end of the video. What do you have to go? Who do you want to see be a main event star in the next 5 to 10 years? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching, guys. Brag out.